See, back in the day when I was a little boy, Galeras, story time. Let's clarify. Hola Galeras, my name is Josh Blank, as you all know. Welcome to my channel. So when I was a little boy, back to the story. When I was a little boy, my mom used to take me to these like West African kind of celebrations. They did a lot of dancing, they did a lot of learning words and festivals and all these things. We go to like Puerto Rican ones, we go to like a couple of like Indian and Brazilian and Native American. I was exposed to all these different types of kind of festivals and cultures. I don't think I realized at the time that I was connected to so many things, but she did a great job. It gave me a lot of perspective on how things come together, how people come together, traditions, cultures, textiles, and just in general, just how we're all kind of one. We're one being, and we decided at some point in time to be a bunch of little, what's the word I'm looking for? We just kind of split apart. But it's kind of funny because now I paint so much for so long that it's kind of ebbing its way back out again. I didn't always like it, honestly. I thought, assimilation was probably the easiest way to go with a lot of things. Not realizing that, in my attempt to try to assimilate, I was kind of pushing back against the idea of like traditions and just the reason why we're all so connected. And I guess that just comes with age. Like you get older and you figure out, I don't have to be against everything. I can just kind of enjoy it, accept it, and try to just be a part of things. I wanted to be like this really like dark, brooding kind of character who was like, I come from nothing. I will be nothing. I will always. It's funny now to like make fun of it, but at the time, it was really, really kind of like. It was the only way I felt like I could kind of be a part of things was to pretend to not be a part of it. And now I like look at stuff and I'm like, is that why I do this? Do I do these things this way because they are connected in some kind of partial way of doing things? Like the adinkes, the textures and all the things. These are African designs. And I don't know if I just forgot that or if I tried to not acknowledge it or I had to kind of relearn all of it. I had to look back at the things that I was working on and then go, is that what I'm doing? And I'd look at these books, these Egyptian books, these like Kenyan books and Ghanaian books and Congolese and Igbo and all these things and just be like, wow, Swahili. Just be like, wow, that's really cool. Look at Brazilian stuff and just be like, wow. This is such an interesting kind of thing to be linked to things in the process of everything. I think the funniest thing about most of the stuff we do is we're so linked to each other, we don't realize it, and in the attempt to try to not be connected to it, you almost become more connected to it in a way. Like it's so in your DNA that it's inside of you. I think it's really beautiful. I've been doing all these different kind of works and drawings and pieces recently, and I've been feeling so much more connected to the work that I'm doing, and it feels really refreshing and beautiful And I see myself in the pieces, and I see the surroundings in the pieces, and I see the people and the places and the language and the texture and the culture and the food. And sometimes it's just the welcomingness of everything. To hear a beat, to hear a hum, to feel a tablecloth, to try a food, to take a medicine, and realize these are ancient things that have been passed down for so long. It's like rock and roll. Rock and roll is so much built on all these people. But you wouldn't know that if you're trying to not look at it. Which I feel sometimes we all have done at some point. It's just interesting. I feel happier knowing that when I'm thinking of something, I have a reference I can go back to, and to know what that reference is, and to feel connected to it, and to breathe in the culture and the love and the sense of family that it gives me. It's just great. I remember a friend of mine gave me the nickname when I was a kid, and it was because of the second crow in the City of Angels movie. That was his name. And I just loved the crow, and so she was like, your name should be Ash. I was like, Ash is my name. And it didn't take much. And I remember somebody told me, they're like, you should say it like it's an African name, like Ashe. And I was like, ugh, no. I wanted to be Ash. And it's funny because, like, I don't know why I was so opposed to it. I grew up in these places where reggae music was everywhere, and all these things were all linked to Africa and the continent, the great continent. We do so much with just like minerals and food and music and all these things that come from these places, but like you're afraid to feel linked to it. And like it's the Caribbean. The Caribbean's very pro Africa, but I guess I just wanted to rebel and be something different. I didn't want to just be someone who was like, yep, this is what we do, this is who we are, this is how we do things. I wanted to be different. And in a lot of ways, you're alternative. You want to be punk, you want to be rock, and you want to be all this stuff. And I did those things, and then I realized I loved them. I still enjoy some. But there was nothing wrong with loving both of them, loving all of them. Like, you don't have to fit in boxes, but there's nothing wrong with belonging. So, to all the little weird little kids out there trying to be different, just realize, like, you are an individual regardless of what you do. You are amazing regardless of what you do. You just see incredible things and travel incredible places, and your inability to be feared to try something new that other people are afraid of is not a bad thing. But there's nothing wrong with, going home for a moment, pulling up a table leg, a chair, not a table leg, pulling up a chair, sitting down with the people you love and enjoying a meal. That's part of your culture. From the curries to the rotis to the spaghettis to all the things that people give you in your life. It's just, I don't know. There's something beautiful about finding your home. I remember being very young, moving out, and not very young, but young and moving out and feeling like I needed to find my home in the world. And the silly part was I was already home. I just was trying to be different in the process. Life is art is love, and your love is who you are. And